Hello and welcome to another update video about SUI. So here on the SUI chart, we are tracking a uptrend that started in 2024 in August. Actually, you could say the uptrend already started in October 2023, but we had a strong correction and now this rally is still ongoing, which started in August last year. It is a chart that we've been watching for quite some time. And we take a look at as always, we take a look at the chart from an Elliott wave point of view, which is an analysis method that allows us to measure sentiment. It is to a degree a subjective analysis method. However, the Fibonacci levels and the Fibonacci zones, they introduce an element of objectivity, which is very, very helpful because it tells us when we have to favor one or the other scenario, right? There's typically more than one. There are typically two or maybe three scenarios which we are watching, and key is to prepare for them all, ideally to have a plan for them all. You want to know what happens if your main idea gets invalidated, and the Fibonacci areas and key levels that we get from the analysis method, they tell us typically when one scenario moves into the other scenario, or when it transforms from one scenario to the other one. We are here on the daily time frame. The idea is that the move to the upside in the yellow scenario is a three-wave pattern. You might ask what happens afterwards. The problem is we don't really know. The risk is that this is going to be a very, very strong top, a very substantial top. Many cryptocurrency charts form price tops in three waves. Now, the key is to understand that if it's a three-wave move, it could be another larger A wave, for example. And then we can get a large correction in a B wave. But B waves don't really have targets, so it might take us down to previous lows, maybe even completely new lows. That's what we don't know. So we have to see where we form a top. Then there will be a support area. For now, I think it is important to understand that we're still watching for higher prices. The yellow scenario is bullish, but allows only pretty much for one more high. The white scenario is more bullish, but even in the white scenario, which is a different scenario, but I mean, they are pretty much aligned, because in the white scenario, if we track a so-called five-wave pattern, which is one of the typical Elliott wave patterns, but many cryptocurrencies cannot form five waves, just related to sentiment, then even here, after one more high, the next correction should be quite substantial. So there will be high risk here. For now, we are still watching for higher prices though, and we only track one structure to the upside, which is the same for the white scenario and the yellow one. So whether we're moving in the yellow C wave or the white wave 3, the micro patterns that started in August are the same. Main support here at the moment is between $1.99 and $3.34, which means only a break below $1.99 will tell us that the overall bullish assumption will need to be revised, okay? So the idea that we get one more high is only going to be valid and will be followed only as long as the market holds above $1.99. That's our key risk level. Next upside targets, $6.90, $8.52, $11.50. Yeah, these are levels that definitely could be reached, whether still in the third wave here or in the fourth wave. But for now, assumption is that we're still moving in circle wave 5 within the larger third wave. If we get another high locally in circle wave 5, this will move up the support area with the price, just based on Fibonacci mathematics, and it will move up the risk level higher, right? At the moment, the idea is not yet that this larger degree fourth wave has started. We see a little bit more detail on the smaller time frame. Here you can see the detailed wave structure, and you see that the current forecast is that circle wave 5 is still unfolding. So we might push a little bit more directly to round about $6.90 or $8.50. And looking at really the microstructures, you see a lot of overlap. It means the market is getting a little bit weaker. But the pullbacks remain corrective in nature, which means they are overlapping, slow, which means we are still watching for higher prices. And it still, in my view, is not very likely that the larger wave 4 has started. We are probably moving here still within the larger third wave. And it's just a little bit uncertain how the microstructures subdivide here. There are some key support levels on the micro level. For example, here $3.90. $3.80, below that level $3.50. I think below 3.50 I will start to assume that the larger degree fourth wave has started. For now, I'm watching either for direct upside continuation, as long as the price holds above the last swing low at 390, or below that level, I'm going to transition to the idea that this internal fourth wave here is still unfolding, which I've labeled at the moment as alternative wave 4. It's an alternative interpretation for now, but definitely still valid. But again, it would currently still emphasize the idea that we are not yet in the larger degree fourth wave. We're still in an uptrend. It's getting a little bit slower, absolutely, but the price is still forming higher highs and higher lows. That's the update about SUI. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And also let me know in the comments which other cryptocurrencies you want me to update in future videos. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.